Welcome back to Shit Talk. Oh, that poop is like, I gotta come out. Get me out of here! I'm sure many of y'all are wondering, why the fuck are you filming yourself taking a shit? Oh, come on. It's not any different than all this shit that you guys film. You know I'm right. And besides, some of my best material comes out when poop falls out of my asshole. I don't know why. But I mean, it's because like I always imagine there to be multiple cameras surrounding me while I take a dump. So I'm really depressed.
You've mentioned this. I think it's established now, like, you know, that you're pretty damn sad.
Yeah. I'm about to get high though. It's one of the perks to being crazy is that sometimes they give you good pills. I don't like taking pills though, so I'd rather just like do something totally natural, like marijuana. I don't know how or why people would like rather take a pill that has like all these side effects. Like, why would you want to take a pill where like suicide is like one of the side effects? Like, that's one of the side effects to like Chantix, like suicidal thoughts. I'm like, I already got enough of those. I think I'll just keep smoking. Thanks, but no thanks, Chantix. Look at the little pebble shits, y'all. The little pebble shits. They're so adorable. Oh.
Yeah, you need to clean that toilet, Amy.
I'm channeling thoughts of the vortex. So I'm pretending to be a cat having a hairball. Is that a good impression or what? Or what? Okay, not a good angle, not a good angle.
Yeah. Still not a good angle.
That's alright. So, washing my hands, you guys. See this big bar of soap? It happens every once in a while. My coworker Tina got mad at me yesterday because I didn't wash my hands. And I was like making drinks and like holding a bag of trash at the same time, and she was like, get over here right now. Like, it's funny because she talking a little baby voice, you know, and she's like this big black chick, and but I made her mad, so it's like she sounds like the devil. Like, that's pretty bad when you make like a big black bitch who sounds like a baby turn into the devil. Oh, and did I mention that she's like a born again Christian? It amuses me. But I wash my hands though, because I'll always listen to a black person, you know? I'll always like do what they tell me to do. That's what we owe them, you know? Okay. I like to turn off all the lights so that I don't waste power or money.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you think about how much money you waste
when you just like leave the lights on or like you leave the air conditioning on, you know, when you're not home. Yeah, man, we broke. So I'm pretty sure my friend like hates my guts now. At least I tell myself that. He's just one of those people, like, he's really hard to read because he's so moody. He's like way moodier than I am. Moody? He's moody. He's so moody. But, explains the attraction as well as the disgust. Because I'm sure that he's just as disgusted with me sometimes, you know? It's like I'm just open and honest about my negative emotions. But it sucks because I can't really be like that level. Like, people have always complimented me on my honesty, but I feel like I'm such a liar. You know, like, there are so many things I really wish I could say to people, but so I end up talking about poop and masturbation and racism because I can't tell certain people off. I can't, you know, tell the assholes in my drive-thru, you know, to contemplate the idea of Ethiopia, you know? I can't tell them to fuck off. Like, I, you know, there's so many people I wish I could tell them to fuck off, but I can't. And it's not just because, like, it's my job, like, you know. Yeah, but you told some people at Steak and Shake to fuck off. Didn't that feel so good? It felt so weird. The thing is, though, like, anytime that I would tell that story, it's like, people are so proud of me for that shit. They're like, God, you called a bitch a cunt in the drive-thru and you didn't get fired? That's awesome. You told a bitch to leave and like, you didn't want your business? Like, wow. And you didn't get fired? That's awesome. Like, Steak and Shake. You want to be an active borderline personality? You want to be an active addiction? Go work at Steak and Shake. I'm sure there are plenty of restaurants where you can be an active addiction and it's totally acceptable. Speaking of active addiction, my coworkers called out yesterday and I received a text message from one of them last night, but I wasn't aware that I left my phone at the house, but yeah, they sent me this text when I was at work and they were like asking me who was there. Which I think is funny. Because I used to like do the same thing. And I'm like, oh, it's okay because it's Mike tonight. It's Mike. Like, I can be fucked up around Mike. Mike doesn't give a shit. You know, Mike's cool. Like, we have this manager who's like 20 and he's white and calls everybody cuz. Like, he doesn't really like care about a lot of stuff. I mean, he was mad the other night when they were fucked up on Xanax. Like, I know that's why she texted me, and that's why she realized, like, oh, fuck, like, I can't be, like, fucked up around this manager. Like, God, like, you know, there are, like, certain days, like, where you can be on certain things, and it's, like, acceptable, you know, like, oh, it's Morphine Monday, you know? It's fine to be on morphine that day, because, like, we close with this guy, and he doesn't give a fuck about it. You know, like, because, like, if they had showed up drunk last night, they would have lost their jobs. And I even told my manager, I was like, dude, I'll just let you know, like I'm always on weed. Because he was like, you know, I just don't want it, I don't want anybody to be on anything while they're here. And I was like, well, it helps me. Like, medicinally, it helps me. He's like, well, there's nothing wrong with weed. That's usually what follows that confession. Like, anytime that I'm just, like, open about it, and I'm like, yeah, like, I used to smoke weed all the time, now I eat it. But it just really helps me with my anxiety. I think a lot of people recognize that, like, marijuana helps more than other things. Especially, like, because I'm not on other kinds of medication. Like, I'd rather just self-medicate. Like, why wouldn't you rather self-medicate? Like, I know that people think that that's, like, really extreme. And I'm like, not if you know yourself. Like, what's extreme in this country is ridiculous. Now, I think it's extreme that people, like, trust a fucking doctor to, like, just tell them the same shit. Like, why don't you look to yourself for the information? Like, if it's information about your brain and the way that you think and feel about stuff, like, how could you not know? How could you not be aware of it? But, you know, a lot of people aren't, though. You know? A lot of people have no idea how fucking shitty they really are. Yeah! Fuck y'all.